Okay, well, welcome everyone to our Monday night training and Q&A. It's myself and Ali tonight who are going to, just brush over some of the things that we had gifted to us at DOD this year, our online DOD. It was pretty exciting. We had a number of events all over Australia. So yeah, if anyone would like to share, I was just speaking to Tracy and she was sharing all of her lovely insights from it. But would anyone else like to share anything about the DOD? I know that we had quite a few in Brisbane. We had a Perth and a Melbourne event. So Ali, how did your event go?
Yeah, our event was amazing. There was we had we've got a naturopath down in the southwest that uses the software within his clinic, so he kindly offered to let us have our event there this year, and it was just really amazing. There was a few different practitioners from the southwest all came in and showed us different ways that they were using and incorporating the software into their clinic, so it was really good.
Amazing.
There was that much information on the day of discovery, and we had a couple of hours, so we were just really picking the best ones that stuck out that we thought would be the most valuable to us at that time. I was doing 2 10-hour shifts back to back prior to it, so I didn't get a chance to have a look at any of the stuff before day of discovery. So I'm just running through it and we're all learning. There's just so much excitement around it, so it was good.
It was pretty incredible, wasn't it? I didn't watch too much beforehand either, just because last year I did, and then I had to sit through it all again. So I'm like, no, I'm going to leave it all. I did watch a couple of things. Like I couldn't resist the AO tune beforehand because I needed to know what that was about. And a couple of others, but even I felt that the business information was exceptional as well this time. Every time, but this time particularly was really, really good. Now, the thing about the day of discovery, because Ella's completely new here, which is very cool. Ella, you will have a lot that you are catching up on anyway, so don't feel like you've missed out. I mean, it was an amazing event. However, all of the stuff will be trickling out from head office, maybe not all of it, but from corporate, but the things that we need to put into practice definitely will be. What were the highlights for you, Ali? Like, what did you get to watch and what did you think,
I really liked the learning about the tuning forks. That was the biggest one for me because I had my first experience with a kinesiologist just a few weeks prior to that, and she had them out and was doing the thing. So when that came out, I was like blown away. So I've really just been going over the training with that and learning, just trying to get my head around it. And a thing that stuck out for me, because I couldn't figure out how, if there was so many different types of forks, that we could get all the frequencies for them. And Lauren said in the training, he was able to find the frequency, even though they're made of different materials and thicker and thinner, even though that was the difference, that he was still able to find the same frequency and enter that into the software. So I was like, really cool. Really cool. So I've just been learning about the transducers and where best to put them on your body, like for the meridians and stuff like that. So I'm excited to get them and try them out.
That's really cool. I think the AO tune was definitely one of the favorites. And in fact, let's just go to that one really quickly and have a little look, because it's probably that and the multicast, I guess, were the biggest additions to our actual scanner, I feel like. And that's always the exciting thing about DOD, because that there's going to be new releases in the scanner, and then you switch it on and it's like, oh my gosh, what's this? So
and I think with the chakras as well, with that part of the software, you can actually link it back. If you do an EZ scan first in the morning, then you can link it back to some of the emotions and things that's going on, and they've really been on point for me.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. So Deb Bruce has been talking about that a bit with the meridians and the chakras and the miasms. If you haven't seen those videos on the weekly calls, and that's something that's available to everyone, Ella, on the Solex LLC YouTube's channel. Yeah. She has a 2-part series not too long ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And she speaks about chakras, meridians, and the miasms and how they all connect together and the emotions. And it was mind-blowing, really, really great stuff. So let's dive into here with our AO tune. For those of you who don't know me, I'm actually a kinesiologist myself. And so I use tuning forks also. And the funny thing is, I actually have the organs ones, and I've used them for probably, 12, 13 years in my practice. And I wondered what the frequencies were of them, because it's not actually written on them. And so I was super excited to see that they had them all here, which is really, really cool, because that's all of the tuning forks that I have. I also have some other ones, and I love using them physically, but I love that this is now kind of available. So basically, for those who haven't seen it, this is in our Cephi area. And we literally just select AO tune. If you have no idea about tuning forks, and I use them, I definitely do, but I don't know all of them at all by any stretch of the imagination. So, but the beautiful thing we can do here, like so many other features in the Cephi now, we can actually scan to find out which ones are, relevant. So let's just do that quickly now. I have noticed that it takes a little while to scan. And so, great, it's okay. All right, so I have no idea what this RNA one is, but that's what I need. And so I don't know whether you saw or not, Ali, it doesn't really matter, does it, which one we select, I think, for the sign, square, triangle.
Yeah, I think what Lauren said, what I took from the training was it was just different ways for your body to receive it.
And
so it was just to play
Sheila
around and see.
said something about the sawtooth. She thought maybe the best one, even though it's horrible to listen to.
Didn't she? Whereas I like the triangle one for some reason.
Yeah, so do I. That's my favorite as well. So then you can put that on for 2, 5, or 30 seconds. Now, they have released things called transducers, which Ali was just talking about before. So they're like little speakers almost, and they've got a slide-in thing on them. And you can place them on the body, and you can just intuit where the best place is on the body. I muscle test because I'm a kinesiologist, so I will scan the body and see where, with the tuning forks, that's what I do anyway. So I'll do the same thing. But some great ideas, as Ali said, is on the meridian points. And now we've got where meridians are in the scanner, so we can look back at that, or the chakras, the points for the chakras, that type of thing. So you can, work that out for yourself. So let's just do a little, oh no, don't like that at all. That's too much, but let's go in here. Now, Lauren has also said in his weekly, so this is the first one that they've actually reviewed on the weekly call as well. So most of us have probably seen this, but he did say in there that people are having great results. And I saw actually Dr. Sheila Day put up a testimonial thing at Day of Discovery, like at their little gathering. And there were people who had used it like on a migraine on the back of their head, literally just holding the scanner there. And there were some other really cool little testimonials there. So you can just use it as is. You can use your transducer headset because it's got the transducers in it as well. Or you can literally just place it on the body as well. So don't be scared to do that. And if you just because you don't have like we don't have ours yet, I've ordered some, but they're not arrived. But just because you don't have them, make sure you're still, playing with it. So yeah, you've got all of these options in here. So we've got the binaural tones, and then we've got, and that's a little tip too, because I keep going back down here. But if you do, it kicks you out of the whole thing. So planetary frequencies, which is super cool, particularly if you're into all of the things happening planetarily at the moment. And I love that there is also the Schumann resonance on there, which was the one before. So we've got planetary chakra frequencies, which is super cool. And again, you know, if you see that your chakras are off in your vital scan, you could literally just come in here and select whichever one to help with the balance. You've also got obviously chakra frequencies, but this is even, you know, next level as well. Solfeggio chakra. So that's really cool as well. Now, as they said in the thing, this would be thousands and thousands of dollars to buy all of this stuff. I know my 2 sets that I have cost me $1,000 each. So I've already spent $2,000 on tuning forks, and that's just 2 sets. So yeah, I mean, mine are good ones, but still they're, you know, they're up there. They're pretty exy. So this is your DNA and RNA, spiritual insights. I really want to play with that one, actually. I haven't done that one yet.
And you've already scanned yourself, so you're not able to scan that. I've noticed that when using the software. So if we're not sure what one we want to scan, you can literally just press scan at the top and it will choose for you which one it recommends for you. But if you've done your vitals and you've looked at your meridians and your chakras and you come into this, I tend to go for ones that we don't know about. So it's been the planetary one for me, or the spiritual insights, and I've literally clicked on that and then scanned. So then it scanned that.
That's a good
you know.
point. Okay, so you want to, so you direct it in there first and then you say scan.
Yeah, you can do that. Or if you don't know which one to look at, you can just press scan and it will decide itself which one hit decide.
See, no, because it's taken me back out to that one. Interesting. Intuition.
Yeah. So
yeah, right.
That's the one it thinks for you. So
yeah, that's really cool. So that's our AO tune. Super cool. The multicast is another one which people are playing with and I really loved as well. Has anyone had a play with the multicast as yet? And what are we loving about it? Yeah.
Sorry if my teeth look scary, they're blue.
Hey, we're used to blue teeth around here, right?
Yeah, I know. I've got
bluer the better,
lining,
right?
so they're stained.
Yeah.
The first time I used the multicast at the event at DOD, I really felt that shift with the flower essence and then playing I just felt different. So every day I've been adding people to my multicast. I wish I could add the spaces because I've been scanning my house for all the other ones. And a couple of other things too. But
I have a feeling it must be coming because Lauren did mention that you could do spaces and objects, and he did mention animals. However, it's not possible yet. So I'm assuming that's coming because I don't think he would have said it if it wasn't
said it otherwise.
So
maybe I'm excited
quite get to that. Yeah. And it sounds like they already, like, because there are a couple of videos when he did it, it sounds like they've already been updating stuff and changing it and everything. So I don't think it'll be too long until, you know, that comes along.
Maybe they're discovering.
Sorry?
Yeah, but I do. Sorry?
I think Ali said maybe at the next day of discovery. Yeah, hopefully before then, Ali.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it's just a couple of weeks away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely did notice the difference with the flower essence to bring down the emotional walls and barriers, and then to be able to receive the playlists that we're playing. Perfect. And so cool to be able to play it for everyone at once.
Yeah. So what we need to do in this one, so multicast is basically a way for us to send frequencies to multiple people at a time. Now we've been, you know, really wanting this for a really long time. Hey, Bryony, did you see whether there was any reply to the whole with being able to run it continuously? Because some people were saying they were just clicking on the flower essence, but I didn't know whether that was quite right. And I didn't see the answer to the question that was posted.
I wasn't aware of that question, but if I want to keep playing it, I just keep hitting play again.
Because one of the things with it is that it only has a 30-second, 2-minute and 5 minutes. So people who are used to doing a continuous, because I run a continuous overnight for my sleep, and it's probably what I want to do. I usually like to send my playlists overnight, so I haven't quite I might actually have a look for that in a minute for to see whether they've answered that one or not. Because it was posted to the AO Scan official Facebook page. Yeah, pretty soon after DOD, well, during DOD, because there was a little bit of confusion. So basically for this, you can set up a client group, and the way you do that is actually up here, and it says manage client group. So you will find that in that area up here. And then you can add a client group in there. So you can see I've already got pets, extended family, and immediate family. So then I can come back. I'm not sure how to go back, but just probably back up here. And then we do multicast. And then I can select a client group. So I'll say immediate family, and that loads all of my people. Gotta love it. So what Bryony was just talking about is the way that they've done it is, so Lauren explained it, that everybody has a different barrier from an emotional perspective, and that barrier can stop us from receiving the frequencies. And so what they've done to ensure that everyone receiving the frequencies is also personalized, we will scan for a flower essence, which is the thing that will actually carry the frequencies to that person and help them like let down the barrier, the emotional barrier that they might have, or the, you know, whatever the block to it. So for instance, if I was going to run for myself right now, mine, always love doing these, they're brutally honest. So it's like, oh God, hit me in the face. Upset, there you go. I don't know what I'm upset about, but there you go. And then you enter an affirmation. So say I wanted to have a really good night's sleep. So I sleep soundly through the night and wake feeling rested. Okay, and then I might come up here. So my note is A sharp, and then I can come up here and I can go into all of my SEPI playlists, and I have a sleep one right up the top there, and that's my playlist. But I could select quite a few playlists if I wanted to as well. So then we go through and do the rest, and the other people in there don't have to have the same playlist as me. So then I select the time. So at the moment we can only do for that, and then we just press play. And that will then cycle through every single person, and we'll do that for 5 minutes for each person. So it'll go through the playlist for 5 minutes for each person. So the question that we gave to, and some people thought that they could just press on this for continuous, but I don't know that that's right. So I will have a look for that, for the answer to that, and see whether they responded, because I feel like that would literally just play that A sharp, which is just then the flower essence coming through, you know, or the frequency, to allow the frequencies to come through. So any questions on that? I am by no means an expert at this.
I was wondering the same thing. Do we press that first and then send the frequency of the flower essence first and then go up to the box? And
maybe, but then see, this just goes continuously.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No.
Yeah. So we'll probably need a little bit of clarification on that, but I'm sure it's coming. So yeah. So that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful one. And lovely to hear, Bryony, that you felt that shift in it as well, which is really cool. Yeah. Any questions on that? And in the meantime, yeah, Julie, I know you can press the color for each individual and it plays continuously, but I don't know whether it's just that A sharp that it plays like we just saw, or whether it's the full list, because that hasn't been clarified and nobody said that it definitely is.
Because when I was when I was listening to Lauren, that's what he said, is just to press the color, because I was having, you know, like playing with it, and I added my family into it. Yeah. And then I played the top. At the top, I just ran that, and then it stopped after 2 minutes, and then I played with it a bit longer, and then I went down and loaded everybody up, put their affirmations in. You added in love and acceptance playlist into that. And then I pressed each individual and I turned it on, and because everybody comes up differently. So I had a gobbledygook noise. It was like god awful.
You don't need the noise on though.
But I just wanted to check to see if it was working. And everybody was going. So because it all comes up blue.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So that was my
I
question
didn't hear
too.
him say that in the thing, and
Mm.
I only heard him say, that people shouldn't need it for any more than, 30
A
seconds
few
to 5
minutes,
minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
remember
that was
something like that.
that's why it's a little bit confusing. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sure that will be clarified, and I will, if I get a chance, to pop out and just have a quick look in that chat and find out whether there's anything in there about it. But yes. So any questions on that one? Like I said, I'm no expert yet, but anybody else got a favorite thing that they saw from Day of Discovery or interested to know about? Happy to speak to anything that anyone is interested in as well. We had some beautiful product releases, which I'm a bit excited about. I've got a little
And the product releases were really good because the new packages that they've got are great. Like
yes.
when you're looking at the points attached to them, like there was never a supplement package that was made up to 100 points, whereas now we do have that when
Yes.
you've got the Think and the Blue. Off the top of my head, I think there's a methylated one. There's a few.
Yeah.
So for people that have got health practitioners, and they're using this in their clinic already, this is such a great bundle to start offering your clients. And yeah, the commission will come in quite quickly as well.
Yeah, I agree. And there was a great training also done by Melinda Liu on products, which at the start I was like, I don't know whether I want to watch that, just because, we have got that fear of postage, right?
Yeah.
And, I'm also a scanner girl, like I'm a scanner girl, pure, like through and through. And I just, but I did watch it and it was brilliant. And it's so true, because some people, don't get the concept of frequencies. And so, but they still could, need help with their health, so we're really missing a whole big chunk of what, Solex has to offer if we are shut off to the frequency, to the products. I've personally already put an order in for a shite load, but I've got the sleep. I can't wait to buy that.
Try it, yeah.
Because sleep has been an ongoing thing for me, and it's one of the things that I use the scanner for the most. And you know what? If I don't put it on, I will inevitably wake up at 3 a.m. every morning. I've tested it even recently because I was like, maybe I don't need it so much anymore. Maybe I'm fine, but I'm not. And so, because I put liver support in there and all sorts of things. So I'm really, really excited because I'm a great test dummy for this one. And just so that I don't have to run the scanner all night for myself as well, like I probably still will, but it's just nice to know because, and they always do product, like, they always just do better than what's already out there, which I really love. The other one that I think is really cool is the Think and the Krill, which has been nanoed now. So there's a popular one on the market called the Golden Drops right now. And so Solex has managed to, I think, trump that, which is great because that's been going great guns. So, her point in her training was that that we could, any one of these products we could make a business out of. There are people out there doing these golden drops and that's all they do. So, you could literally pick one product and run a business with it. But we've got this whole suite. So sometimes we're a bit spoiled for choice,
And the products are so good. Like I love their Bright. The Bright's one of my favorite products. And Think, like I've been taking an NRF2 activator for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years, and I've been paying $70 and nearly $80 a month for this product. And now Solex have come out with an NRF2 activator, and it's called Think, and it's $35 US a month bottle. And to actually be taking an NRF2 activator and flooding your body with antioxidants can only be a good thing. And I think it helps so good with your mind and concentration and clarity. So it's a really good product. So I'm excited to have a warehouse here so we can actually start promoting these products. It's going to change our businesses for sure.
And look, there is a way, if you are wanting to, do the product side of things, or if you've got people who are interested in product, the way that we get around the $40 shipping at the moment is that you can put an order in for 3 months. Okay. It's like a 3-monthly order. The one drawback on that, so it will count, like that will keep you active as a PC and as a QLA. The one drawback is if you have people under you as a QLA, you won't get paid on the months that you don't put the order in, if that makes sense. So it doesn't sort of, yeah, it's not great from that perspective, because you won't earn your commission from it. However, if you want to just, if it's a PC that is wanting to order, you just have to let head office know that that's what you're doing, and you can set that up. And then that way you're only paying that $40 every 3 months. So I've done that for my account, and it's great. And I want an order every 3 months anyway, because my stuff, you know, by the time I get to that, I'm like, oh, I'm out of this or I'm out of that, you know. So it's definitely worthwhile and looking into, particularly if you're interested in building that side of the business as well. And we have, you know, it is on the list, I think, for them to come and do the warehousing thing here. I think they're really getting to the point where they realize they have to. So yeah, Kate's just said that she has had insomnia for over 10 years. So can't wait to see how it can help with my sleep. Yeah, you'll be a great case study as well, Kate. That was the one product that got me. I was just like, oh my God, can't wait. Here we go. Joe, did you look it up, honey? Here we go. Joe's just sent through something in the chat. Broadcast on. You can use the colored subject play note buttons to start and stop broadcasting for subjects as desired. Woohoo! So then that to me says, Joe, that maybe that's right. It's a continuous play. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, doesn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, it does. Oh, yeah. That's amazing. That is so good. Well, I'll never use the 2-minute thing again, will I?
No.
No, that's awesome. Okay, well, that's great. Thanks, Joe. You're amazing. Thank you for solving that for us. Are there any comparisons with the sleep and golden drops, please, i.e. concentration and price difference? It's not the sleep that compares with the golden drops. It's actually the Think. Think, and then there is the Think plus Krill. Yes, the answer to that is we were talking about that at Day of Discovery. Joe, do you remember? Yeah, there you go. 40 milligram curcumin, golden drops has 30. And is the golden drops liposomal? Because that was something else that they were talking about. The fact that it was liposomal as well as nano. They're all nano, but they're liposomal, Joe. I don't know about whether or not the other one's liposomal, which I don't really know the differences, but yeah. Anyway, I think there's a difference between liposomal and nano. Yeah, not sure, but we have lion's mane, etc. in it as well. Yeah, okay, because there's extras in that one as well. So Maria, I don't know about price. Does anybody know how much the golden drops are? I've not been in the world. But the sorry, wanding, love it. Good on you, Joe. Let me quickly have a look, because the Think, the Think drops. Okay, drops are 75 and 85. That's the golden drops, Joe. I'm imagining that's what you're talking about. Let's have a quick look. Actually, just wait 1 second, because I will jump in and work out what the can anyone remember off the top of their head how much the Think was?
I think it's $35 a bottle.
35 US, 38. Yeah. The other one was
like
a bit more expensive. I think it was with the krill was 53 maybe. Because I did that one and I think it was like 53. But if you remember, Think and Omega Pro, which is basically what they've done, to buy the two of those separately was way more than that. So they've combined them into one, which I don't think is going to taste very good from what they're talking about. But suck it up, right? Like, yeah. I'm sure I've had worse tasting things. Let me just check really quickly what the prices are on that. So I think that's really, really cool. So yes. Anybody else want to add to the conversation? What have you been finding out about it and loving and all the things? Anyone want to contribute?
I really liked I forgot what the new guy's name is. It was talking about business.
Oh yeah, he was good.
But
Robert, someone?
yeah, I like some of it. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just really got a nugget of wisdom around purpose, because I've done my life purpose. I've done heaps of personal development. I've got a whole poster written out with my values and my, my life purpose. And I'd never thought to put any part of that down as kind of part of my business purpose, but it's probably always what I wanted to do now that I think back about it, because I just wanted, business and personal to kind of go hand in hand together, so that it was just an extension of life, basically, or extension of my life. So I found that really insightful and helpful for me in how I'm creating going forward, because I haven't actually created, as a business yet for Solex, but I've already got someone wanting to purchase, which is cool, and I haven't really started doing much at all. So
congratulations, well done.
Yeah, that's exciting. We've just been doing regular spa nights, and we do a sauna and a biocharger and scan them, and and she was really interested, so I've sent her an alpha pass, and when she gets back from traveling, she wants to sign up. So
amazing.
It just makes a lot of sense.
Are you in the
Yeah.
sauna right now?
Yes, can you tell? I'm all different colors and my teeth are scary. It's just that time of night where I really need to be in the sauna for my self-care routine.
I love it.
That time.
Oh, well, make it work,
after
right?
this, I've got a shower and then wand and gosh, fit it all in and get to bed on time to wake up early enough for my daughter. So
I love that. That's so cool. I love it. Yes, Think Drops we can see here are 53 with the krill and 38 just on their own. And prior to that, we were, oh, hang on. Where's all the normal ones? Here they are. So they did a Think and Omega and Pro for 50. Okay, so it is like $3 more. But it's nanoed and all the rest of it. On their own, 22 and 34, so 56. Okay. So yeah, they've kept it pretty, I didn't realize that, but yeah, they've kept it pretty good. What else was there? There was so much. Love Jennifer talking about staying in your knowledge base. Yeah, and being careful calling yourself a practitioner if you aren't. She had some great points. Yeah, I agree. She did a really good talk. I haven't gone back to do her hormones one. And so what I was going to say as well is, Ella, even though you're new, the Day of Discovery you can purchase in the Solex University. They've actually made it an evergreen product now. I think you can still purchase it. I think you can. So if you go into your Solex University, you should be able to purchase that Day of Discovery March 2024, and you'll have access to all of that forevermore. So yeah, I love that they end up doing that. We kind of all expected it. So I think that there would have been a bit of an outrage actually if they didn't do it, but they've set the expectation now. But yeah, I was really grateful for, because like I say, I haven't actually finished everything. Yeah, Joe just said this Day of Discovery was so worth the money, especially the business training. Yeah, it was just magic. It was really, really good. What other products and things did we have coming out? So can't really remember. Should just have a look at my order, shouldn't I? Oh, and the transducers, which were actually very well priced as well. They were $70 for a pair. I do believe they are out of stock at the moment. Oh yeah, the Onyx, the bracelet, which was very, very cool as well. And the transducers. So there'll be, I guess, lots of playing with that soon to, yeah, have some fun with those when they arrive. And I did see those beads actually look pretty good as well. And so they are the Onyx, but they also have the Cybin in them, which is great for your negative ion. Yeah, and all of the things there. All right. They're on pre-order now. I think you mean the transducers, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Awesome. So let's dive into any questions and things that anyone has now in terms of, just general questions, because Ali and I are here to help. So if you have any questions, Ali, you're more than welcome. I know you're new, so if you've got questions, if anyone else has anything burning that they would like to ask about, then yeah, please jump in. Hi, Ashraf. I've just seen you there. Haven't seen you for ages. Any questions?
I'll ask a question if no one else has got a question.
Go for it.
I currently wand our water like in glass jars. So like many, I just line them up. And I know there was a bit of a, do you have to wand from the top or wand from the side? I'm assuming it's okay to wand from the side because it's pretty hard to do each jar at once.
Yeah.
But I was contemplating the idea of getting a bigger dispenser, but I'm worried about the little the tap attachment because normally they're plastic, aren't they?
I think they are, yes. Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, what does everyone else do? Like, is that what
yes,
doing?
I am. Yeah, I actually don't have the wand yet. It's on my wish list. It hasn't come for me yet. Ali, do you have one? And have you looked into that at all?
No,
you
no,
don't
I
yet?
don't have a wand either. No.
Yeah. Look, I'll have to get back to you on that one, Bryony. I will ask our seasoned wanders because we don't have any on here. I believe you do need to go from just from the videos that I've watched, but I might be wrong with that. Go from the top. And I have seen, people with the other company one, and I've seen a lot of videos on that, and it all seems to be from the top. So my guess would be that it does need to be. But yeah, you've got a good point. And they say to use the glass, obviously, to for the integrity of the water, but I don't know whether having that tap down the bottom, would be an issue or not. It may even have to be a question for corporate, if they know about it, possibly. Yeah. But let's pose the question.
I just want to work out what's the best solution there.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally get that. We can ask in the Frequency Soul Collective chat because DJ's had hers for ages. Bex had.
I think she's froze.
Yeah, she's frozen.
Yeah, she was having trouble with her internet before the training started.
Can I just say that I've got a wand from another company, and there was debates, but we were told that we can do it either from the side through the glass, or we can do it from the top, just to avoid the area where you have the spout, whether it be metal. Some of them are metal and some of them are plastic. They just say that wand the area, just avoid that area where the spout is, and that's all we got told. But as far as we know, with the other one that we use, it's okay either way. I prefer to do it from the side because I don't like blowing into it, because you got all the things from the air that you're blowing into your water as well. So I usually just do it from the side of the bottle.
Okay. There you go.
If that helps.
Good point. Yeah, something to consider. Thank you. Yeah, because I usually have my little glass jars. They've already got their lids on, but they're only half a litre each. So there's a few to line up and fill up.
I usually do, I get 1 litre glass bottles. And sometimes you can get the 1 litre or 1.5 litre glass jugs. And I just do it with those ones that way. Every time I go through a jug, I know that I've done a litre. So that's how I keep track as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I might just get some bigger bottles too, because I do feel like it makes a difference still going through the glass. I think I can notice a difference unless I'm making it up. Has anybody noticed any healing reactions with the wand? Who else has a wand?
No, I don't have a wand.
No.
No wand, no.
I'll ask in the chat. I mean, my daughter's little. I'm only doing her hands and feet for just a minute, but I feel like she's had a bit of a healing reaction, probably from what she's already been around. Like a fever came on really quickly, and then we're going through, well, it's boosting her immune system, I'm sure. And we did muscle tests and it was really good for her. So, but yeah, so it must be just a bit of a healing reaction.
I borrowed Amanda's wand a couple of weeks ago. She lent it to me for the weekend just to have a play with. I had some psoriasis that was quite inflamed that went quite down and has stayed down too. Plus I had a sore ankle and that has remained quite comfortable to walk on, and yeah, that was very, very noticeable very, very quickly too, where I was getting a lot of swelling around the ankle and all. It was just from being on my feet a lot, and as I said, not having that issue at all now. So for my very brief encounter, I'm very eager to purchase one. So just based on those results. So
there was a good training video on Day of Discovery for how to actually use the wand and like wanding like a client and stuff, which that was really interesting. I didn't get a chance to watch all of the training, but I'm hoping that there's another training on it that talks more about the, you know, the crystals and the gold and the silver and the actual health benefits of it. Because when we were at Day of Discovery over on the Gold Coast at the end of the year, I'm sure it was Dr. Sheila Day, she done a big presentation on it. And some of the information was just amazing. And I'd love to learn that again and go over that again. And that wasn't recorded, that part at Day of Discovery. So I'm hoping that within this training session, because I haven't watched all the videos yet, that there is a bit more, you know, information on how it actually works and benefits the body. Because the training session was really good to be able to show you how the actual thing works and what to do with a patient when you've got them, you know, lying down on the bed and like how to deal with it. But just from another point of view, just to see how it actually works again and how it benefits. I'm looking forward to learning more about it so we can get one.
Yeah, they didn't do any more on that in the DOD this
Did
one,
they not?
but
So
no.
Sheila done a really
that
good presentation on it.
Yeah, no, they didn't, unfortunately. But you're right, it would be really good to be able to get that. I wonder whether Sheila Day has redone that maybe.
I know, and you know, see if she hasn't, let's hit her up for a training session with us.
Yeah,
We get her back, get her slides, and record it.
Absolutely. Actually, and then we can record it. Yeah, let's just say, just do that for us. Yeah, that's a really great idea. Hopefully she'd be, yeah, I think she would. So yeah, I'll put that in the leadership chat. So like we'll find, let's put it to Sheila. That'd be really cool. Sorry, if I go again, my computer is just being really, really crazy and just shutting down on me with giving me no notice. It's time for a new one, I think, unfortunately. Yes, that's really cool. Any others? Patrice, that was awesome testimonial about it. I've heard some really good things. So I'm very keen for one as well, especially with how often my kids injure themselves. Anybody else have anything to add?
I didn't hear anything about the mind sync on the Day of Discovery. Was there any training on that? Was there a little follow-up on that? Because one of my New Year's resolutions was to use that every week.
Yep.
And I have been making my affirmations and listening to them. The only thing, I keep forgetting to send them to myself. And then once you redo it, you've lost it.
Well, also, Sheila did one talk on that. She also did a business talk. She said in there, don't listen, don't re-listen, don't send it to yourself. Just listen to it through. Yeah. So don't keep listening to the same recording. You should redo them every day, is what she said. Yeah, which has surprised me. And then that's kind of, rejigged how I'm working with it as well. I mean, obviously, if you're doing it for a client or something, then that's a good thing to send it to them. But she's saying at night, she just literally speaks them and then listens to them straight away over for however long, so that they're fresh.
So
Yeah. And
my
I
favourite
do
part.
know, I do know there's power in speaking the affirmations, you know what I mean, rather than just listening to them. So I think that's probably part of her, you know, thing with it. But yeah, she did an amazing talk on the Mind Sync and how much, you know, how much it's made a difference to her life. And yeah, she's
Yeah,
such an
well, she said that on the Gold Coast when we caught up that day, and we were talking about it, and she was like saying the results that she's had with that part of the software alone was amazing. And she was like, just keep at it, you know, because when it first started, I found it quite glitchy, and I found it, you know how you can pick between the 4 different levels. I feel like it's either got to be off or on high. Anything in between, I feel like it glitches for me. So
Okay.
yeah, so I've just consciously now just click it on high before I speak into it, and it seems to roll and it seems to work really well. And
Yeah. I do find I usually do my affirmations in the morning. When do you do yours?
yeah, in the morning.
I'm wondering whether, because the high works for me in the morning, but if it's later in the day, I think it's mid for me. So yeah, that could be a thing as well. And I think Lauren maybe spoke to that as well a little while ago and said that. So yeah, yep. I also asked a question in the Solex Facebook page about how people are using it with clients, because, you know, because you have to check which one, you know, resonates for them. And the way I've been doing it is sending them the 3 different recordings, explaining to them about it, but it's a bit cumbersome. So someone suggested in that to listen to it yourself, them, and see which one sounds most central to you, and then send it. I don't know about that, whether, yeah, but anyway, that was a suggestion, which I think could be done for sure. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone else is using it for clients in here.
No,
And
I haven't used it. I mean, I have done it for people and I've sent it them.
yes, yeah.
But I haven't actually.
How did you get around that? Did you send 3 different recordings, or?
No, I just went with the one that worked best for me, because I played around with all 4, and I found either having it off or having it on high was better. So when they've recorded the voice into it with their affirmations, I've just picked one of them and then just sent it and hope for the best. And I haven't had any bad feedback from it.
Yeah. Cool. So if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, this is Mind Sync, which has been in the program now for a little while.
Since it's 6 months now.
Yeah, because it was late last year, wasn't it? Oh no, yeah. So and it's really a beautiful addition, because, and like we say, really, really powerful. One little tip in here as well, which I think has been covered before, but in health affirmations, if you're doing your own personal affirmations, the health affirmations one is the longest. So if you have a lot of affirmations, this is the one that will give you the most length, instead of, because the custom 60 seconds one, which is when you put your own in there, it's only 60 seconds. And so if you have a few different affirmations, that 60 seconds goes really quickly. So yeah, the health one is 300 seconds, I think. And you don't have to say what they say to say, if you know what I mean. So you can just have your affirmations there and reading them in place of the ones that start. So instead of saying I embrace myself, I would just, so 340 seconds actually. Yeah, so you can just do that. And then of course you can change all of the music there. And that was the high, medium, low, and off that we were talking about with the hertz as well. And then you literally just press play and make sure you have your headphones in, and you can re-listen to all of that back. I know that Tammy Ward has done up a lot of different affirmation tiles, like with information on them, which I think are a little bit different to what are in the scanner. So if you're ever looking for that in her quantum VIP group, she often has a whole heap of different ones in there if you're looking for it. But I think it's also great to make up your own, like you were saying, Ali, have your, affirmations or whatever. Yeah.
Especially if you know what your limiting beliefs are. If you've done a lot of work on yourself and you know what your limiting beliefs are, you can really use this and tap into it and really help shift some things that are going on with this.
Yeah.
So powerful.
Absolutely. yeah, so that's that one, which is really, really cool. Thank you. You're welcome, Tracy. No problems at all. So anybody else got any questions or anything that you'd like to share? Any wins that you've had with the scanner? Any testimonials? I had one this week with a client who was last week actually, having terrible hot flashes. Now I've had someone, my mum actually, before with hot flashes, and we actually did Cephi dots for her. So for this particular client, I did, she was having trouble sleeping. So she's waking up with her hot flashes, and yeah, having really, really bad sleep. So I put in sleep out of the Cephi dots. I put in hormonal balance and literally just hot flashes, and maybe, no, that was it. And I got a message from her, not the next day, because I actually said to her, don't put it on tonight, because let's just see what happens with the balance that we've done. And then I said, and then put it on the next night. So she messaged me the next day and she goes, no, my sleep was still terrible. You know, and I was like, okay, let's do the dots. And she actually started putting it on in mid-afternoon. And she said from the moment she put it on, her hot flashes reduced. And then she actually slept through the whole night. And I checked in with her today again, because, you know, I just wanted to check that it was still working for her. I don't know where she is with her Cephi dots now. I did give her 3 or 4, so she'll nearly be out. But yeah, and she had the scanner, but isn't still using it at the moment, but she wants it back now. But she said her sleep has been so much better. Her hot flashes have reduced significantly. Yeah, so that was amazing as well. And, you know, Cephi dots have kind of dropped off for me a bit. And yeah, I've had a few cases in the last few weeks now that I've used them with clients with really, really good success.
Yeah,
so don't,
I've got a little testimony as well now you've brought that up. So I've got a lady who had an operation done on her ankle, and it was quite an extensive one. And I was telling her about the frequencies, and I gave her a month's supply of Cephi dots, and I imprinted them with, you know, a whole heap of things. And she did notice as soon as she put it on that her pain, because obviously it was chronic pain, it wasn't acute pain, it was chronic pain, you know, because all the healing that was going on, it was all knitting back together. And she said to me that she had noticed a reduction in her pain, you know, but before the 72 hours was up, it was back again. Like it wasn't lasting the whole 72 hours to start with. And I was like, just keep going with it, keep going with it. You know, your body's healing, you know, and we were doing scans and stuff. And yeah, that's sort of a couple of weeks into it. And, you know, she's up on her feet, she's doing really well. And yeah, so it just shows you that, you know, doing other stuff as well as using this as a tool can really, really bring the body back into balance. You know, she was doing other things as well, you know, all the things that you need to do. And yeah, so yeah, it's really exciting.
That's so awesome. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, we are at time pretty much. So sorry, did someone else have anything to share? I just heard someone. No. Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. I hope you got something out of this. And yeah, I think there will be, not sure if there's a training next week or not. But yes, we will be back again soon. There is an opportunity call actually, just so you know. So if you know any practitioners and you would like to invite them along, it is more of a practitioner specific one, this one. Myself and Bronwyn are going to be presenting that, and we're looking at 5 ways to enhance your natural therapies business. So that's kind of what we're going to speak to, and we're going to talk to the different you know, features of the scanner. So if you have any, that is going to be on this Saturday, and it will be at 9 a.m. I believe. Just check that. We've already put the tile out, but I'm not sure. Yeah. So 9 a.m. Queensland time, 10 a.m. Victoria time, and
7 a.m.
WA. For WA. Poor WA. You always miss out, don't you?
It's all right. We're up early.
Mind you, this call's at a nicer time for you than it is for us.
I think.
maybe not. All right, lovelies. We'll have a wonderful
Thank you.
week. And yeah, you're welcome. Thank you all for being here. Thanks, Ali, for co-hosting. Bye.
Thank you, Paige.
Bye.